Greetings, programs. My name is Wretch, and I'd like to welcome you to Talisman Prologue, the digital version of the awesome board game done by Nomad Games and Games Workshop. This game is actually tailored to solo play, while Talisman is traditionally a multiplayer game. We're going to go ahead and click the start. Now, believe it or not, I am a big board game fan, but until I downloaded this game off of Steam, I have never played Talisman before. I just never really had a chance to. And from what I am seeing here, I am very, very impressed. Now, first thing that we do is we choose our character, and we have a lot of characters to choose from. You have their name, their alignment to either good, neutral, or evil, and the score that we've done currently on them. I played one of their little tutorial quests here, and here's what we can basically choose as: the warrior, the troll, the druid, the wizard, the monk, the assassin, the elf, the dwarf, the priest, the prophetess, the Amazon, the leprechaun, the minotaur, the sage, the sprite, and the vampire hunter. Now you notice these later guys, they don't get the tutorial quest, they have to go right to the main event, which is the magical quest. But for the purposes of this playthrough, I think we're going to play one of the beginning classes. And I'll tell you what, I've played orcs in Shadowrun, I've played an assassin. I think it's time for the dwarves to have their due. And this is the character I played the first training quest with, and we're going to go ahead and replay it. But I really like dwarves. They're my favorite D&D race. We're actually going to call this guy Argus Forkbeard, which is what I normally name my dwarves when we play D&D. And here's basically all you need to know about them. Dwarves are a proud and stern race, known for their love of mining. As the dwarf, you have many abilities at your disposal, which take advantage of your natural affinity with your surroundings. Practice how to evade a creature in the hills, then find the maze card and the cave card. So our goal for this quest is to evade a creature in the hills, and then draw the cave and maze cards from the deck. Now, some of this may seem a little bit overwhelming, but just be patient, you guys are in for a real treat. So, here's the Talisman board. On the left side of the screen, your character's info is shown. From the top, strength, craft, fate, gold, and lives, which you can see right down here. Objects, spells, and followers you collect on your travels are accessible using the buttons on the right, like so. Your character card is shown by pressing the portrait at the bottom left of the screen, and your character's alignment is shown below their portrait. So the dwarf is neutral. Each character has 5 quests to complete. Your current objective is shown at the bottom of the screen. Move around the board by rolling the die and complete your quest in as few turns as possible for a high score. And roll the die to start playing. Your quest begins. Evade a creature in the hills. So here's the Talisman board. There's my game piece. And check out how awesome that is, guys. Now, we can go ahead and roll the die up here above. And we rolled a 1. The Talisman board is split into 3 regions. You start in the outer region and can move in either direction around the board. Across the Storm River is the middle region, and at the center of the board is the inner region. You must now select a space to move to. Press either of the glowing spaces to zoom in and view the space description. If you do not wish to travel to these spaces, you can use a fate point to re-roll, but you must accept the second roll. Now, our fate points are used for re-rolls. We have to accept the second result, but we do this in combat, during moving, and various other activities. Our craft is pretty much our mental strength. Strength is our physical strength, obviously. Gold's our money, and lives is how many times we can die before a game over. Now check this out. We click on an area, and every space on the board tells you what will happen if you decide to move there. Read the space description below carefully before deciding to move. If you're viewing a space you can move to, press the tick at the top right of the screen to travel, or zoom back out to view the other move option by pressing the cross, which is up here. So the fields, we draw 1 card. Do not draw a card if there's already one in this space. So we can press the X to zoom out, and zoom into this area. Do not draw a card if there's already one in this space. Another version of the plains, however, we have someone striking a heroic Superman pose on this rock. So out of the options, and I'm not going to go ahead and do a re-roll, we're going to send Argus over here. You have now moved this space and must follow the instructions. Most of the board spaces instruct you to draw 1 or more adventure cards. They contain many creatures, events, and items for you to discover on your quest. After dismissing this tutorial message, press the glowing adventure card deck above to draw the top card from the deck. So, you have drawn your first adventure card. Once you've read the card's description, press the continue button to the top right to start encountering the card. After you've drawn an adventure card, you have the chance to use objects, cast spells, or use special abilities before you actually encounter it. If you do not wish to do any of these things, proceed to encountering the card by pressing the continue button at the top right. Placed cards will stay on the board space where they were drawn for the rest of the game, or until a condition is met as described on the card. So, Pool of Life, a place. 4 life points are found here. You may bathe in the pool once per visit and take 1 life from the pool to add to your own lives. When all 4 have been taken away, your Pool of Life drains away. Now, from what I understand, we cannot exceed our maximum lives of 5. A card has been left on a space. You can drop objects, magic objects, and followers on spaces at any time by selecting them from the Objects and Followers menus on the right. If there are any cards already on a space you land on, you may only draw enough new cards to take the total to the number indicated for the space. For example, if a space instruction reads draw 2 cards, but there's already 1 card there, then you only draw 1 new card to bring the total to 2 cards. If a space reads draw 1 card and there's already 1 there, you'll not draw a new card, and this can be useful if you're low on lives and want to avoid combat. You have completed 1 turn. Your score for each quest is based on the number of turns you take to complete it. The fewer the turns, the better your score. Your current turn number is shown below right, so we're on turn 2. And we need to head to a hills and evade a creature. And you actually see there's a creature already pre-drawn. Some spaces can have cards already face up on them. You can select these cards to view them in more detail. A card can be face up on a space because it's related to a quest goal or because you dropped it there. If you move to a space with a card already on it, you will only draw enough cards to take the total to the number indicated for the space. So we've got a big giant here with a strength of 6. An immense giant has set up residence in this area. He will remain here until he's killed. However, we don't need to kill him, we just have to evade a creature in the hills. And give you a little information on the dwarf. I'm sure the tutorial will say this, but this is what the dwarf has as his natural abilities. You need not roll the die in the crags or the chasm unless you wish to. If you choose to roll, you must accept the result. Now, the crags and the chasm have random effects that depend on what we roll, so we can choose not to roll if we want. We may evade creatures in the hills automatically, and after rolling the die in the cave, you may add 1 to the score, so that's another random place like the crags and the chasm. You need only roll 1 die if you attempt to open the portal of power by crafting. And you need only roll 2 dice in the mines, and you are unaffected by the maze. So that's cool to know. So our goal is to make it to some hills. So let's go ahead and roll. We rolled a 6. You have rolled enough to attempt to cross the bridge to the middle region, but it's guarded by a mighty sentinel. The sentinel will attack every time a character attempts to cross into the middle region. If you choose to move to a space in the middle region, you will battle the sentinel. If you defeat the sentinel, you will successfully land on the space you choose to move to. Be warned, the sentinel has a strength of 9 and is one of the toughest enemies in the land. You must be strong to defeat him. If you lose a battle with the sentinel, you lose a life and remain on the sentinel space. So with our mighty strength of 3, I think we'll avoid the sentinel. There are other ways to cross to the middle region, finding or building a raft, being teleported, or by ferry from the tavern space. So that's good to know. So we definitely want to stay over here, so let's head to the plains. And what do we draw? A magic portal. The magic portal will remain here for the rest of the game. You may pass through it if you wish. Roll 1 die to determine where you are teleported to. So we've got crags, a village, the city, the warlock's cave, the temple, and the plane of peril. So I am not going to use the portal right now. We're going to leave that right there. And we've rolled 2. So let's head this way to another plains. What do we roll? Ooh, an ape. The savage ape is terrorizing this area. It will remain here until it's killed. Must have escaped from the tavern. I think that's what that place is. You will encounter many enemies on your travels. A fight with strength-based monsters referred to as a battle. The battle will start when you roll the die. After dismissing this tutorial message, press the dice to determine your attack roll. Your attack score is the total of the following numbers: your strength, modifiers gained from objects or followers, and the attack roll, so everything is added up. All your characters roll 1 die for the attack roll, except the warrior, who rolls 2 dice and selects the highest value. Roll the die to start a battle. So the dwarf and the ape are equally matched. That is not good. Your opponent rolls 1 die and adds the result to his strength to create its attack score. The 2 attack scores are compared, and if your attack score is higher, you win. If your opponent's attack score is higher, you are defeated and lose 1 life. If the scores are equal, the result is a standoff and your turn will end. Okay, he has a strength of 8. That is not good. You can use a fate point if available to re-roll one of your combat dice, so we're going to go ahead and try that and hope we roll either a 5 or a 6. Ugh. Not the case. So we got bludgeoned by the enemy ape, and we lose a life. Which is okay though, apparently we had a life of 6, so I was wrong about the life pool. You've lost a life. Your character starts with a few lives, and these can be lost by losing combat or due to various events. You can heal lives only up to your starting value, but can gain any number of lives. If ever your lives drop to 0, you have failed the quest. Huh. Okay. I guess that's not a heal, that's just a gain. 6. I'm still trying to hit some hills. I seem to be out of luck, though. So we're going to be at the fields outside this castled city. What'll we find? A lemur. Enemy spirit craft 1. This lowly creature from the underworld pounces at you from the shadows, or a lemur. It will remain here until it's killed. You encounter many enemies on your travels. A fight with a craft-based monster is referred to as psychic combat. Before psychic combat starts, you can cast relevant spells if you have any by using the button on the right. Combat starts when you roll the die. And it's the exact same thing, only craft is used. So he has a craft of 1. So we have a 6. Alright, we went ahead and beat this. The dwarf cannot beat an ape with all of his armor and an axe. However, he can beat a spirit in psychic combat. Imagine that. When you defeat enemies, you keep the card as a trophy. These can be viewed by pressing the trophies button on the right. Creatures who live on the board, such as the sentinel and the farmer at the tavern, are not taken as trophies. 5. Ugh, man, we are just not... What's going on over here? If you travel here, you're evil, you'll lose a life. If you're neutral, you may heal up to your life value for 1 gold. And if you're good, you can... Okay. But we are not good, so we're going to head over here to the woods and draw a card. Solomon's Crown. Both objects and magic objects are classified as objects. You only carry 4 objects, but there is no limit to the amount of gold you can carry. Add 2 to your craft. Yes, please. Nice. 1. I don't want to use my fate, but I may have to before too long. What was over here? Oh, that's our enemy ape, isn't it? I want revenge. Yes. Let's do this. Oh, beat that, Magilla. Huzzah. Go throw your barrels elsewhere. 2. Well, I guess we'll head here. On your travels, you will meet various followers. These will accompany you if you take them, and you can have any number of them. They often give you bonuses to help out in certain situations. If you wish to take a follower with you, press the tick. If you wish to leave the follower on the space, press the cross. Some followers must be taken. Gnome follower. You only need to roll 1 die when opening the portal of power by craft, and 2 dice in the mines. You need not roll in the crags unless you wish to. If you choose to... Okay, so this gnome just gives you the dwarf abilities. So we're just going to leave him there. No need for him. 5. There we go. That's what we needed. So we are going to head here and deal with this jolly green giant. Evade a creature in the hills. You sometimes have the option to evade creatures, such as by casting an invisibility spell or because of a follower you have with you. You cannot then be affected by the creature in any way. Creatures on board spaces in the inner region cannot be evaded. That's good to know. Press the glowing evade button to use this ability. Evaded creatures will remain on the board space and are not taken as trophies. So let's run away! Due to our expert knowledge of caves and such. Okay, quest updated. Encounter the maze. So the maze is going to be here in the random adventure cards. So let's go traveling. Draw one card here in the woods. Guide. You do not roll the dice in the chasm, crags, or forest unless you wish to. If you choose to roll, you must accept the result. That's good to know for the forest. We'll go ahead and take him. I think his name will be Hans. Hopefully Hans will be useful. And there was the gnome. Guess we head over here to these fields. Fairy. A fairy seeks a champion. If your alignment is good, she will grant one of the following wishes of your choice, then vanish. Gain 1 spell, gold, strength, craft, life, or fate, or teleport to any space in this region. Strangers you encounter have various effects on your character, and sometimes their effects are based on alignment. Unfortunately, our dwarf is neutral. So, let's head over here to the gallows. Or no, that's the crow's nest. Maybe we can meet Mad Mardigan. We are on a quest here. Hobgoblin. A brutal hobgoblin is stalking this area. He will remain here until he is killed. Well, let's see if our luck holds out. Strength of 3. Ooh. Do we want to try a reroll? Yeah, let's go for it. No guts, no glory. And all my guts are now on the ground. So we lost another life, so we're down to 4. No worries, though. 5. We can head back here to the city, but let's head here to the forest. And we don't need to roll the result unless we want to. So we can be attacked by a brigand, lose 1 turn, we're safe, or a ranger guides us out. So let's just roll this again. And let's have a rematch with the hobgoblin. He must have busted out of the crow's nest after our blood. There we go. Oh, really? Standoff. Guy's annoying. Let's head over here. Mephistopheles. You've been encountered by Mephistopheles on a mission to this land. If you're evil, gain 1 craft. If you are good or neutral, he converts you to evil. He then returns to his own dark kingdom. Okay. Well then, we are officially evil. Character's alignment shows their personality. A good character is polite and law-abiding, an evil character is a black-hearted villain, and a neutral character falls somewhat between these 2 extremes. Well then, Mephistopheles must have been very convincing. Let's head into the woods here. There's quest updated. Encounter the cave. The maze will remain here for the rest of the game. Whenever you land here, your craft is less than 5. You must miss 1 turn. And because we are a dwarf and we have a craft of 5 anyway, we don't have to worry about it. Excellent. So now all we need to do is encounter the cave card. And what's in here? The crags. Well, we are immune to the effects of the crags, so we'll move there. And nothing really there unless we roll a 6. We'd gain a strength otherwise. And don't want to fight the sentinel, so we'll head into town. And visit the alchemist. What objects do we have? Oh, we have Solomon's crown. We definitely want to keep that. Well then, yeah, let's head into the city. On this space, you must visit one of the 3 options. To visit the doctor, you must have enough gold, and you must have lost at least 1 life. You must have some objects to visit the alchemist, and the enchantress is always available to visit. Now, I don't want to heal any lives right now because of gold. And I don't want to visit the alchemist because I don't want to lose my crown. So I guess we'll visit the enchantress and take our chances. So we'll get either turned into a toad, we'll lose a strength, we'll lose a craft, or we'll gain a craft, a strength, or a spell. So let's hope for a high roll. Duh! Not good. Let's go ahead and re-roll that. Doo-doo-doo. Gain a strength. That's good, though. That was worth spending a fate point. Roll a 1. And that was someone over there we can't use. Let's head to the fields. Evil dwarf is evil. An imp. You meet a mischievous imp. Roll 1 die to determine where he teleports you. The crags, the forest, the tavern, the ruins, the hidden valley, or the cursed glade, and the imp then teleports himself away. You little prick. Where we get teleport? Okay, we get teleported to the forest, and we don't have to worry about that because we have Hans with us. You need not roll the die in the forest unless we wish to, indeed, and we will not. Let's head to the plains. To the gallows. Market. A market is set up here for the rest of the game. On each visit, you may buy available objects at these prices. A sword, a helmet, a water bottle, a shield, a mule, and a raft. Awesome. Water bottle. You do not lose a life in the desert. I think the raft is to, yeah, go into the inner area. A shield. Actually, let's go down here one at a time. Armor. If you are or helmet. If you are defeated in battle and lose a life, roll 1 die. If you roll a 6, the helmet protected you, and you do not lose that life, although you still lose the battle. Shield. Okay, that's on a 5 and 6. That's awesome. And a sword. Add 1 to your strength during battle. Is that everything? Yeah, let's go ahead and buy a sword. That axe didn't work. I mean, we got punked out by an ape. 3. And where are these places? The tavern. We'll get drunk and collapse in a corner, lose 1 turn, get tipsy and fight a farmer with a strength of 3, gamble and lose 1 gold, gamble and win 1 gold. A wizard offers to teleport you in any other space in this region as your next move, and a boatman offers to ferry you to the temple as your next move. And what's down here? Visit the blacksmith. Helmet. Okay, those are high prices. Visit the healer for 1 gold. Visit the mystic. Become evil, ignored, become good, gain 1... Okay, let's go ahead and head to the village. I'm going to try and get my alignment changed. Let's see what happens. 1. Oh, okay, we are now more evil. And more fields. Come on, cave. Ooh, a shrine. A shrine will remain here for the rest of the game. Roll 1 die to pray with the following results. Ignore, gain a fate, gain gold, gain spell, gain a life, and teleport. Ooh, we gain a life. Awesome. I guess we were praying to Mephistopheles there. 6. Ooh. I do want... Yeah. I know we have to do this in a certain amount of time for a good score, but I really want vengeance against this hobgoblin. Alright, bring it. Bam. Nothing you can do. Now, roof at 5. We head back to the city again. I don't want to do that. We'll head to the forest and not worry about it. Thank you, Hans. And roll 1. What's over here? That's the market. And... okay, the shrine was over here. Okay, we'll pray again. 3. Gain 1 gold. That's handy. Roll 4. And that's where the tinker is. We'll head here into the woods with this nice goblin-looking shrine. Wild boar. There's a wild boar roaming this area. It will remain here until it's killed. Can we use it as a mount, like in the Battle of the 5 Armies? Attack score of 7. Oh yeah, we kill that boar. Die, piggy. And this is just pretty much the luck of the draw here on a lot of these things. What's over here? Do not draw a card there's already in this place. The runes. Any creatures that you fight here add 2 to their attack rolls. And what are you? Pool of life. Well, we don't need the pool at the moment. Move only 1 space to the plane of peril. Royal Doctor. Heal up to your life value at the coist. If you have the prince or the princess, you heal up to 2 lives. Huh. Well, I guess we can... I guess we'll head here. I still want to stay on the outer ring. I'm not going to... Okay, we went up to 6. Huzzah. Now, who's over here? Okay, there's the maze. Don't need to worry about that. And the crags. We are just having no luck today, are we, guys? And using our expert dwarfiness, we will avoid it. Now, what's here? If you're evil, replenish fate up to your starting fate value for free or pray by rolling 1 die. Ooh. Okay, we'll take advantage of that since right now we're evil. And either replenish fate up to your starting fate value for free. Oh, wow. Let's replenish our fate. Oh, that was nice. That was some good perks. Maybe we'll find a cave here in these hills. A princess. You may have up to 2 lives per visit healed at the castle for free, and you may exchange the princess for 3 gold at the castle. Cool, so we have her at ransom. Her name will be Princess Penelope. I was going to say Buttercup, but that was taken. Now 6. Should we go ransom the princess? Let's head to the field, so we still have a mission here. Ogre, strength of 5. An ogre has decided this area is easy pickings. It will remain here until it's killed. Alright, come get some. Attack score of 10. There we go. Now Argus is fighting like the dwarf he should be. I like it. 3. What's over here? Okay, those are the crags again. We're going to leave those alone. However, I think we are going to take on this hill giant. Strength of 6. This may be a little bit difficult, but we'll give it a shot. Yeah, that's not good. Strength of 8. Yeah, we're spending a fate point. 2. Wow, really? And we lose a life, so we're back to our max of 5. That's what I get for being cocky, I guess. Plains. We can go to the portal. Crags, village, warlocks. Yeah. We'll just leave the portal alone. Head here to the woods. Come on, cave. Holy Grail. No evil character may have the Holy Grail. Add 1 to your craft. You do not lose life in the desert. That's pretty cool. But I can't pick it up. So let's head back to the crow's cage. There's the cave. The cave will remain here for the rest of the game. And 1 attacked by a dragon, attacked by a goblin, lose a turn, or gain a lot of gold. But we finished the quest. You successfully completed your quest. You will receive up to 3 talisman tokens based on how quickly you completed the quest, so if you don't get the maximum score, you can try again. Try to get 3 out of 3 for each quest for all characters to master the game. Good luck. And I know I did not. Yeah, I just got a 1 there. That was some bad luck on my part. But no worries. We're going to go ahead and accept that. And I think that's where we're going to leave it today, guys. I hope you're enjoying this, and we've got 5 more quests to go through. If you liked the video, go ahead and click like down below, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. That'd be a big help, and we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.